Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If I had to declutter one palette from each brand, it was kind of hard because if I had to, these are the palettes, but I don't have to. So these are, I try to pick brands that I have quite a few from, a couple from, and not the ones that I have one from, because that would just not make sense for me. So if I had like a couple of, which I have a lot of these Makeup Revolution palettes. This one is a deep dive. This is my least favorite, but I need to get some usage out of this palette this year. It is pretty. I do like the greens in this palette. The blues, I'm not a big blue fan anyways. But I do like that silver. Like, this is such a pretty palette. So if I had to declutter, this would be one of them. It would be sad though. I hate decluttering. This I probably will never get rid of, but if I had to, the Blue Blood from Jeffree Star would have to be the one. Some of his colors didn't like apply very well, in my opinion. I don't know, I just didn't care for, I don't really care for his formula that much. A lot of people like his formula, but I'm just not a big fan just yet. I still yet have to play more with his formula. But if I had to, this one would be it. But I'm not, because this was expensive. And I love the packaging. It's so pretty. Moving on to Juvia's Place. Even though I love all of my Juvia's Place palettes, I think not the real. The Magic Mini by Juvia's Place. It was just so hard, but the Juvia's Place has great formula. This has beautiful colors. I have nothing to say about this palette. I don't know. But I barely use this palette. Like, I don't think I used it last year at all. That's pretty sad. Next will be this Hip Dot, because I have like, what, 3 Hip Dot palettes. This one I think I would get rid of, but it's so pretty. The formula is really good. It's so buttery. But it kind of reminds me of a little Natasha Denona Love palette. Yeah. And I can always find other colors that match this in my collection, so that would be one of them. The Carly Bile palette. This one's my least favorite because I get the same look every time I use this palette. I used this recently and I like the look, but it feels like the same look constantly, and it kind of reminds me of this palette. Kind of have the same, like, feels like fall tones and spring tones, actually. Spring. So yeah, I barely dig into this palette. I would pick this Too Faced Sparkling Pineapple because it's so neutral. But the color story is beautiful. The formula is beautiful, but it's so neutral. Like, my favorite in this palette is this green. That is it. It is really dirty. So yeah. Hot Topic. I have tons of Hot Topic, and I think this one would be the ideal of declutter, this hyperspace. It has a highlighter in it. I'm not a fan with palettes with highlighter or face products in it. This was really, really, really powdery. And I have these shades everywhere. I hate the packaging. I really do hate the packaging. This would be like an easy. But yeah. Morphe Icy Fantasy. It's really pretty. I do like the color story, but I have not touched this in forever. And I need to dig into this more, but I think it's really pretty. But if I had to choose any of my Morphes, probably this one. BH Aquarius Palette. I have not touched this palette. It's so boring, but if I could, I would. But I had no intentions of buying this or getting this because of the color story. It's just not my favorite. But it's John's birthday. It's Aquarius, so I had to get it. This ColourPop designer palette. I know it's not the exact real palette, but I couldn't decide. But this one was, the formula is great, really buttery. But some of the pans have hard pan in it, and I really do enjoy this color. I used to like this color, but it has that big hard pan right here that is, it's not, it doesn't apply right, but it is really good quality. I did finish that shade up, or franking the rest into like my Lemonade Craze palette. But yeah, it's kind of boring for me. This is kind of boring for me. It's the Natasha Denona Peak palette, but the formula is great in these palettes. I really do love her formula. I wish I had more of Natasha Denona. I'm thinking about getting the local palette, the little something like that, and the Trio Chrome one. But this one's like so boring. Just love the formula. I can't get rid of it. I could possibly get rid of the Urban Decay Stone Vibes palette. It's just, I don't like the quality of Urban Decay. This one is so powdery. I hit 2 pans in it, which I'm so happy about. Even these like shimmer shades, it doesn't wow me like other shades would. This one just lacks so much for me. If I had to pick a Huda Beauty palette, the Mercury Retrograde, I keep trying. I know it's been 3 usage, but it's just, I don't care for her formula. A lot of people like this, and I don't know why. I love the color story. That's why I got it mostly, was the color story, but the formula, I swatch it wanting to like, oh, I should play with it more because I swatched it. And it's so beautiful when I swatch it, but when I add it on my eyes, it's a fail every time. The second time was good, but the third time went back to the first time. I didn't like it. I need to play more of it and focus on it. The Glam Donut by Glamlight. It's hard because I like Glamlight so much. I highly recommend Glamlight. But I think the donut is the least favorite in my collection, but I will never get rid of it. The formula is so good. Like, it's so good. I know it has a highlight in the middle, but I don't mind that one. I don't. But it's just really good and very beautiful. That blue, look at that shine. I do highly recommend Glamlight so much. But yeah, the worst swatches ever. But if I had to, this would be hard because I would not. I think I am at a good spot of my collection, but I can potentially, maybe future, this would be decluttered in the future. Not saying now. I definitely want to keep this because I do love the formula. Definitely keeping the Glamlight donuts. This could probably be decluttered because of all the hard pans. I know I can like scrape that, but I'm like, I have purples, pinks, golds, blues, neutral colors, but the formula is okay. Like, I really like the blue one, but it's not like a wow. But it's okay. I could probably declutter that one. The retrograde, I have like, I don't want to declutter it. I want to try to love this more and more, and I'm just like, oh, what if I regret it? That type of feel. So I'm not going to declutter this one. I have, you know, if I could, I would. But I'm going to keep it. I should like focus on using this palette. But just like this blue right here, I don't want to touch it because I haven't done a video. Kind of reminds me like a better version in the BH than the ColourPop one. Has a similar vibe going on with that blue. Do I have the same dark blue? No. This one I would actually keep all in all, because I do like the color story and I just have not played with that one in so long. I could possibly get rid of this one in the future. I have to play with it more to see. Not gonna get rid of that. I like my Hot Topic palettes. It was hard to choose because I do like the formula in this one. This one I could possibly, because it's so neutral, but I do like that green color, and I do like the formula. I do like to mix this in with my Natasha Denona gold palette, so that they both give me great eye looks every time I use both of them, so I can't get rid of that one actually. This one possibly in the future. I want to use it more. I want to actually show some usage. I probably never will get rid of this one because the formula in her B8 wow, what is this? Hip Dot. Their formula is really good. I highly recommend that one. I won't get rid of this one. It's just so hard to get rid of a good formula, and I do like the color story. his products, I don't know. I probably won't purchase any more of his collections, but I just wanted to try last year what the hype was about for his formula, and I don't like it as much as people like it. I need to stop wanting the hype palettes because I don't get that hyped about palettes that people hype about. Like, some people like this, but I heard it like a lot don't. A lot of hype around this one, and I'm like, no. I don't see the hype. But that is it. I could possibly in the future declutter these ones for sure, but for now I'm keeping every single palette. But that is what's it called? If I had to declutter one palette from each brand, that these would be picked. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment to my channel. Bye for now.